Hello and welcome to our series on the OECA courses. In this episode, I'm going to talk about task management, and we will look at how to submit a task using the Crontab file, add command, and Nohup command on openEuler. When you are busy working on a terminal or console, you may not want to occupy the screen by running a job. Tasks that drain drive resources are best performed off-peak, but you may not have that luxury. In this case, you can run processes in the background by running the Crontab file, add command, and Nohup command. Before we continue, let's go over the terms. Cron job scheduling is the method of executing tasks. This can run during off-peak hours of each day to avoid impact on your services or at different intervals of a week or month. The add command can execute a task at a specific time during late, non-peak hours or even in peak hours. Ampersand is used to run a process that does not take a long time in the background. Nohup is used to run a command in the background even when the user exits. Cron is the main scheduling framework and automates jobs without manual intervention. The Crontab command lets users to submit, edit, or delete jobs. Each user is allocated a Crontab file to save schedule information and run any shell script or command, be it once an hour or 3 times a week. It searches through the various spool Cron directory for the Crontab file named after the username in the password file, and then loads the file to the memory. It also searches for the Crontab file written in a specific format. After the Cron service is started, it first checks whether a Crontab file has been scheduled. If no job is scheduled, the service enters sleep mode and releases system resources, but wakes every minute to check whether there are commands to be executed. If there are jobs ready, it executes the commands. Otherwise, it enters sleep mode. To run a job at a specified time, let's first discuss the meaning and format of each field and entry of the Crontab file. An entry in a Crontab file is read from the left. A Crontab file contains a list of commands scheduled to run at specified times. You must specify an absolute path to the commands. This screen shows each line in the file contains 6 fields. The first 5 fields are the time when the specified command is executed, and the last field is the command to execute the job. The fields are separated by spaces and tabs. In addition to numerical values, the special symbols listed in this table are also allowed. In these fields, you can use a hyphen to indicate a time range. For example, to run a job from Monday to Friday, write 1-5 in a weekday field. You can also use commas in these fields. So to run a job from Monday to Thursday, simply write 1-4. An asterisk can be used to indicate a continuous time segment. Enter asterisk if you do not have special restrictions on any time field. Each entry in a file must contain 5 time fields, which are separated by spaces. They cannot be left blank. Here are 2 examples. The first means to run a series of commands at 8:00 a.m. every Monday. The second means to allow the OS to add sleepy to the temp test.txt text file every 2 hours from 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. The Crontab command is used to install, remove, or list Cron jobs. Each user is allocated a Crontab file, and users can place the sequence of commands to be executed in Crontab file. So here are some commonly used options. U sets the username if you use your name to log in. This option isn't needed because the user is clear. This option is required only when the Crontab command is run by the root user. E edits a user's Crontab file. L lists details about the user's Crontab file, and R removes the file. Here's an example. To view cron settings at the root user, run crontab u root L. The cron service reads all files in cron and the crontab file every minute. A crontab file contains user-specific commands, whereas the crontab file contains system-wide commands. The crontab file is in this format. The ampersand and jobs are task management commands. We can use an ampersand to execute a program in the background. For example, sleep 100 ampersand. The jobs command queries the background tasks of the current shell. In the figure, sleep and ping are sub-processes of bash. To put the task into the foreground, run fg %job id. To put the task in the background, run bg %job id. If the job ID is not added after fg and bg, the current task is operated. To pause a running task in the background, press Ctrl Z. To search for a file when using Vim, Ctrl Z lets to pause Vim in the background. The add command can schedule commands immediately or for a particular time. This command must specify at least one process command and one execution time. It can specify the time or both the time and the date. The basic syntax of the add command is shown here. F script indicates the script or command to be submitted. M sends an email to the user after the job is complete. L lists all jobs waiting to be run. The ATQ command has the same function. R clears a job. To clear a job, you also need to provide the corresponding job identifier. Some Unix variants accept only ATRM as the clear command. The time format can be H, HH, HHMM, HH:MM, or H:M, where H and M are hours and minutes, respectively. You can also use AM or PM. The date format can be a month or day of a month. In addition, the add command recognizes words such as today and tomorrow. You can submit jobs either through the command line or through the add command prompt. In general, the add command is used when there are several lines of system commands, while the command line is typically used for shell scripts. So, to submit several lines of commands, include the date and time in the add command and press enter. Then the add command prompt is displayed. In this case, you only need to enter the commands one by one and then press Ctrl D to exit. Here's an example. EOT represents Ctrl D. This command means that at 1930, the system runs a find command. The job submitted is assigned a unique identifier, job1. To submit a shell script to the add command, use the command line and use the F option. In above example, a script called dbtable.sh will run at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Assume the current time is 12:30 on June 7, 2024. If a task needs to be executed at 4:30 p.m., the following 8 commands are be used. You can also run the echo command to submit a job to the add command. Job scheduling by the add command is supported only for commands by standard input, that is by keyboard or from the file specified using the F option. If F is added, the add command will read the file that stores the tasks to be executed. If a user A switches to user B using the su command and then runs the add command, execution result will be sent to user B, who is now considered the execution user. For other users, executing a command or script depends on etc. @.allow file. The Nohup command process is designed for operations that require extended execution time, such as overnight data backups. Nohup means no hang-up. So by running the Nohup command, you ensure the job continues to process even after logging out of the account. The general syntax of this command is Nohup command arguments ampersand. If you run the Nohup command to submit a job, all output is redirected to a file named nohup.out by default, unless otherwise specified. Well, this concludes today's course. We hope you found this enlightening. Feel free to join in our community discussions and remember to follow us on our socials. See you in the next course. Thank you for watching.